Hello everyone, JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City match analysis, the first match analysis of the 2019-20 Premier League season, with Manchester City facing West Ham at the London Stadium away from home with an emphatic 5-0 win. Before we crack on with this analysis though, make sure if you're new around here and you're interested, press that red button, subscribe, press the bell, put your push notifications on if you are so interested. Go and check out my social media links, find them in description below and popping up on screen for my Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video and leave your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you have to say about this game. So we're going to crack on with this analysis, and we're going to start off first by looking at the teams and starting with our opposition's West Ham. We saw their £25 million signing 4-0 on the bench, strangely, as they went with their new signing Haller up top, so Wilshere start, and also Felipe Anderson as was expecting starting for West Ham. Also saw a couple of other players, Declan Rice too, starting for them too. So yeah, pretty much as expected from West Ham. From Manchester City throwing out a little curveball, expecting Bernardo Silva to start in this game. He didn't. Mahrez was given the all clear from some medication thing that he'd had with his face or his eye or something from the African Cup of Nations. He's been given the all clear and started in this game ahead of Bernardo Silva. So Bernardo Silva having a nice rest to the start of the season. So Gabriel Jesus get the nod ahead of Aguero. Jesus, of course, started in the Community Shield, so was expecting that. Edison getting the nod ahead of Bravo, also expecting that, as we saw Aymeric Laporte return to the starting 11. So during the game, first half, much of a muchness really. City looking too casual in my opinion, looking very casual, giving the ball away needlessly, committing silly free kicks in needless areas, not so much in dangerous areas, just committing pointless free kicks that didn't really need to be done. So little areas of improvement. I'll speak about that when I get to the half-time report. But Edison not really tested from West Ham. Haller up top was looking very physical. West Ham were putting balls in, trying to get hold-up play, trying to build up from the back too, looking quite nice, looking quite slick as well, and challenging Manchester City, particularly first 20 minutes of the game. City always so dangerous first 15 minutes of the game, yet City weren't really in the game first 15 minutes, wasn't anything happening. If anything, West Ham looked livelier, but City grew into the game. 24 minutes, lovely run from the outside. Kyle Walker's there setting off like a jet rocket right in, squares the ball across, defender comes sliding in, getting his positioning a little bit wrong, ends up deflecting it onto Gabriel Jesus' foot, who just glides it with the littlest of touches into the roof of the net and into the goal for 1-0 to Manchester City. Always what was looking for. Perhaps Cresswell's positioning was a little bit out, the covering defender, his positioning a little bit out, a little bit too slow, and all too casual, but that's what City paid all this money for, with players like Kyle Walker, who's now under pressure, of course, bringing in Cancelo, needs to up his performances, and boy has he done that over the last two performances. Community Shield, defending very well, offensively in this game going forward. Kyle Walker as well, doing very well, putting Manchester City 1-0 up. City, of course, had other opportunities. De Bruyne had a shot well saved. Mahrez, first half, had a shot well saved too. Gabriel Jesus could have lobbed the keeper towards the end of the half too, so it could easily have been a little bit worse once City had got into the game. But 1-0, still all to play for, going in at half-time. Made a note, still needed that killer second goal that was looking for. I was thinking that West Ham's energy coming back out from the second half was going to come through and try and get them through the game. First 10 minutes always going to be dangerous, but as the game goes on, I fancied West Ham's energy would drop, and then they'll just start sitting deeper. And that's when City will start finding space and start creating opportunities. When you're playing the nice passing style of football that Pellegrini is always looking for, then when your team starts to get fatigued, when you're going up against a team as dominating as Manchester City are in possession, it becomes a very tiring game. Gets towards the latter stages, just think back to the Community Shield and how tired City were. Liverpool were creating opportunities last 10 minutes because they were full of energy. City had put all their energy into the game. Big pitch, Liverpool had a burst of energy last 10-15 minutes, ended up picking a goal. So that's kind of what I was expecting with West Ham. Energy will go away from the game and City will be able to create more opportunities as the game went on. Just wanted the cushion of a 2-goal cushion, because you're always looking for that. Just puts your mind at ease, takes all the pressure off, and you're not then thinking if West Ham just go up the other end and just create an opportunity out of nothing and score, then all of a sudden all your hard work for the game has been undone. Other than that, ways forward for Manchester City, felt like Rodri just needed to be stronger. When he gets pressed, saw it last week, saw it again this week, when he gets pressed, his awareness around him needs to be aware of where players are, because when he gets pressed, loses the ball, either does a bad pass, or because he's under pressure, ends up just taking one too many touches or a too heavy a touch, forces the mistake, and they win the ball back. So that's something Rodri needs to work on, and I'm absolutely certain he will work on that and get better as the season goes on. Once he gets that into his game, he's going to be one wonderful player for Manchester City. Felt like Gabriel Jesus needed to stop just cutting in front of the players when doing passes that weren't really on to be intercepted and just giving away needless free kicks. I was just a bit mindful that City on set play that we might just get caught out, particularly when teams, West Ham not so much, but other teams will target set play against us, near post. City's squad's only small in terms of winning headers and stuff, so even so West Ham in the second half won a header and should have scored from one of the set pieces, from a needless free kick on Cresswell, where I think it was Ogbonna should have scored. So yeah, felt like Walker was having a good game too, so always the positives. Go into the second half. Where do I start with this second half? All Manchester City. 51 minutes in, Raheem Sterling's played through on his left foot. Fabianski opens himself up, so Raheem Sterling on his left foot just passes it through his legs into the back of the net. 51 minutes in, 6 minutes after the restart, always what we're looking for. There was that 2-goal cushion. Soon after, City made it 3, but VAR decided, actually no, we want the talking points for this game, and ruled it out. And it was marginal. We saw the lines coming up on the screen, and Raheem Sterling, it was tight. I'm talking really tight. We must be talking millimetres here, because it was ruled that his shoulder was offside with terms of the defender. To me, maybe slightly biased. I'm a City fan, but not a lot in it. Harsh, very harsh for that goal to be ruled out. Didn't matter too much. Made it 3-0 on 75 minutes. Ball's played over. Raheem Sterling's there to chip it over the goalkeeper and into the net. Decent, nice and tidy finish. VAR checks the offside again. To me, Sterling looked offside again at full pace and stuff when the ball's played, but he was deemed onside, so the goal gets allowed. So it's one of those that felt hard done by before, but we're feeling the positive effects of VAR now. So a roller coaster ride really with VAR, ended up making it 3-0 game, set and match from there. That was on 75 minutes, by the way. We come forward on the 86th minute, penalty again gets given. Riyad Mahrez is brought down. Slightly clumsy challenge, not a lot in it to be fair, but it definitely was contact. Mahrez has gone down. It's a penalty. You're always going to see penalties given for that one. When you go in for the ball, miss the ball and touch the player and bring the player down, it's always going to be a free kick or penalty if you're in a penalty area. So penalties given. Aguero steps up. Instead of giving it to Raheem Sterling and being nice and thinking, you're on your hat-trick, have your goal, he's thinking, actually, I want to get my tally off. And he comes up with possibly the worst penalty that I've ever seen. And thankfully, I've hated VAR since it's been introduced. I was thankful for this, that hopefully no one will ever think about Aguero's penalty ever again. Goalkeeper was off his line. I think the referee, though, and VAR was saying Declan Rice was in the penalty area. So there was 2 cases that this penalty shouldn't have been allowed. Been interesting if Aguero had scored, whether this goal would have been ruled out, because to the rules, it should have been. So instead, Aguero then steps up again after the horrendous penalty, sends Fabianski the wrong way, and we end up going 4-0 up. Well, there we go. Why didn't give it to Raheem Sterling? I don't know. I felt a little bit bad for Raheem Sterling, but Raheem Sterling didn't want to be denied. Into added time, he goes forward. Could he have passed to Aguero? He went, thinking about it. Goalkeeper was expecting him to. So he takes a step to his right, the keeper does, to try and think about intercepting the pass to Aguero. And then the keeper realises, actually, I've just allowed Raheem Sterling to have basically an open net and tap it in, and did. It was a strange goal. It was a strange game. We end up winning the game 5-0, and Raheem Sterling gets his much-deserved hat-trick, in my opinion. So well done to him. 5-0, full-time, clean sheet, a win. Starting the season off where we left off, 3 points. Top of the league, back to old ways. Liverpool won 4-1 at Anfield yesterday against Norwich. City keeping a clean sheet, winning 5-0 away from home as we start as we mean to go on. So we're just going to have a quick look now at stats for this game, just to draw up some conclusions. Of course, I was looking for Man City to have more possession than what we did against Liverpool. Rectified that. 43% for West Ham, 57% for City. That's all good now. 5 shots for West Ham, 3 on target. Edison made a beautiful double save in that second half. It was Chicharito getting a shot in, instinct save. Then a header came in right from his save from Edison. Gets down well. Nice save. 14 shots on for City in total, 9 on target. Very clinical from City. 402 passes, 81% pass completion rate for West Ham. Like I said, build-up play, style of play, Pellegrini style of football was all good. Against an opposition that isn't Manchester City, West Ham may well have forced something from the game. Like I said, just need to work on creating more opportunities and putting that ball in the back of the net. They put the chances away, becomes a different game. 545 passes, from Manchester City, and 87% pass completion rate, creating 4 clear-cut chances. West Ham put more balls into the box, just connecting with 1 of their 12 balls into the box, though, whereas City connected with 2 of their 6. So that, again, I said the final ball and build-up play from West Ham is something that they'll look for. In terms of defensive stats, City had more tackles, surprising, more interceptions for City, more blocks as you'd expect from West Ham, more clearances from City, more headed clearances. In terms of aerial duels, both quite the same. More saves for their keeper than Ederson, but Ederson still 3 shots on target, had 3 saves to make, and made all 3 saves, so kudos there. Well-deserved clean sheet for the defence and for Ederson, of course, too. So, drawing up some conclusions for West Ham, they weren't bad, ran out of steam towards the second half. They needed a perfect game to get something from this game. I did speak that they needed a bit of luck and playing the perfect solid game. It didn't happen. Once that first goal went in, game plans kind of out the window. They needed to peg us back. I said if City get that 2-goal cushion, it becomes very difficult, and ultimately that is what happened. Walker, for City, very close to being man of the match. Looking so much better over the last couple of games, Kyle Walker is. The threat of signing Cancelo hopefully now is going to boost his game, and it's going to force Kyle Walker to go to that next gear that we know he's capable of. So yeah, thought he was very close to being my man of the match, but instead to win the JSGC man of the match award instead goes to the hat-trick hero Raheem Sterling. Who else? Absolutely fantastic, fully deserved his 3 goals, fully deserved to pick up the man of the match award here for this game. Plenty to improve on for City, like I said. Rodri needs to improve just the visual awareness and being pressed. Thought Zinchenko had a good game. City just need to just work on the build-up play. David Silva didn't look completely at the races. Kevin De Bruyne looked good. Just ultimately trying to create more opportunities, just being a little bit more solid. Always looking at around 90 to 92% pass completion rate. So having it about 86, 87%. Just a little bit to look forward to. I'm nitpicking basically. We won 5-0, but there's always room for improvement. You can win 20-0. There's always room for improvement. So City, I'm sure, will try to address that going up against a good quality side in Tottenham Hotspur next Saturday in the first Premier League game of the season at the Etihad Stadium, in our second game of the season. I suspect City might be top unless some team ends up hammering someone else and winning by 6 goals. It could happen, and anything can happen in the Premier League, but hopefully we can sit on the table and resume where we left off from last season. 15 wins in a row now, 14 from last season, 1 into this season. The dream starts. There we go. That's been the video and analysis. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed this video, leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Smash past 4,750 subscribers. We're just 250 subscribers away from the big milestone of 5,000 subscribers. Any help towards hitting that milestone would be much appreciated. And also, if you're going to go check out my Twitter and Instagram, they're in description below, the links to them all popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on there if you so wish. And I'll see you all again for the next Manchester City video and football video. So I'll see you then. So it's been JSGC. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend. 3 points, 5-0 win away from home. Dream start. We can't ask for much more. Peace. Ciao for now.